Hello everyone, this is Zoraptor coming back at you yet again with another episode of Transformers Devastation. Now, I know I've been giving this game a really hard time. I mean, it's not its fault that I'm a dumb player and never played an action game quite like this where it's got a mix of RPG elements that kind of clash with the combo system. I mean, yes, granted, I never played Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, but I have played Blade and Soul and Mabinogi Heroes, which are combo-based games. So I have some combo-based game experience, so I just can't understand why this game has been programmed in such a way to be a very different experience than the combo games that I'm used to playing. I mean, it's not like maybe Platinum Games kinda had some issues developing it. I mean, look at all these gaming review sites that gave it such high scores compared to War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. It's maybe a tad interesting how, despite the fact that you cannot buy War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, or Devastation anymore, it seems that Steam, for some reason, will not track the activity and achievements of Devastation publicly. Like, if you try to look for the game on my profile, it's not even in my gaming list. Whereas there's plenty of information about my gameplay activity on War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. It's a little strange that such a highly rated game is rather absent on Steam, despite the fact the other two games were rated so low, and yet there's still Steam achievements being tracked, game time being tracked, even screenshots. I could still upload videos on my Steam account for those two games, but I can't seem to link my Devastation videos to this game on Steam. So it's a little strange that it's only occurring with Devastation and yet not War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. Could it be that maybe Activision or Hasbro has a hand in it? Are they not wanting people to find this game via Steam achievements because they're trying to hide something? I mean, surely a company like Activision would never do that to a game developer, right? So yeah, it's a little sus how this game is trying its darndest to not be found, yet the other two games made by High Moon Studios is still very much well advertised on Steam. So yeah, it's a little strange. Anyways, I'm just going to continue this story. You know what? I really should, give this combo system a fair shake. So it would seem that pretty much all the combos are reliant on the mouse, which makes it a bit more confusing why the melee function and the shooting function are on two entirely different buttons. Because given the fact that what my younger sister tells me, that's a very important setup when you're doing combos alternating between your melee and your shooting weapon. And yet here, pretty much all the combos rely on melee buttons. So where does the shooting come in? So basically, the only time I ever need to use my gun is for not combo purposes. Which is strange, because if this is supposed to be a combo-based game, why are you not including guns into the equation? Given the fact that you've gone through the effort of separating the melee from the shooting functions. So, yeah. on, come. Wait, tentacles again? Ah. Alright, Wheeljack, show me what you got here.
Optimus? What exactly is the Proud Star?
Another time, old friend. For now, let us stay on task.
Oh, how convenient to not explain this MacGuffin that it's very important for us to destroy. Oh yeah. After edit... What the heck, Wheeljack? Why did you suddenly, like... I wasn't even anywhere near these little speed things. Why do you suddenly... Oh, is it the ramp? So touching the ramp makes me... or gives another boost? So another sonic element. Oh, so anyways, like, after editing my last video, I've come to the realization that the auto-aim function is only tied to shooting, so it doesn't. So the auto-aim settings in this game doesn't affect my melee at all. It's only for my guns. So again, I pretty much have no way to like efficiently go after breakables to get healing items because the melee is just automatically built auto aim, so I can't even turn off auto aim on the melee, which I really need to turn off. So yeah. Oh great. Oh. See, I don't understand why these missions, they like... Yeah, the missions start when I'm not even in the correct area. That doesn't... Again, this is rated higher than Fallen Cybertron and War for Cybertron. Like, if you're gonna have enemies just pop up, just have enemies pop up. What is the deal with all these mission things? That doesn't really... It's not consistent, because the enemies, they can come whether you're on a mission area or not. Alright, Wheeljack, let's go. Aw, 6 shield dudes? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Like, these shield guys aren't even strong, but they're just annoying, and I'd rather just take them out quickly. Yeah, see, I'm doing like a decent amount of damage on these guys, yet for the friggin' bosses, I'm doing like minuscule amounts. Oh, come on. One minute and 25 seconds is a D rank. How quickly am I supposed to take those guys out? Why does my mouse feel so slow? Yeah, what the heck? Like, I'm not turning the camera as quickly as I used to. Is it because I'm playing Wheeljack and he's supposed to be like slow reaction time? Yeah, I really hate that I have to drive through these stupid circle things instead of, you know, allowing me to manually boost myself. No, no. I need the gun. Oh. Again, I don't understand why they just couldn't let it... Yeah, it makes no sense why they gotta separate the shooting function onto a separate button. It should have just been on the attack button and I just switch my weapon and then use it. I know, I've been griping about that for how many videos now, I'll just shut up about it. Okay, I've synthesized the weapons I found. I thought I already destroyed that. Really confusing. So I should be able to do better despite the fact that this game's programming is strange and weird. Again, it's like how are you supposed to be able to know which weapon to use on whatever satellite you come across? Because like, I mean, at least have a character voiceover says like, huh, maybe I should use something with more punch, or maybe I should use something with a bit more like precision, like something. Give me a hint. You don't. Did you really expect me to like cycle through every weapon I have just to figure out which one works? Oh, this is new. This time. Oh. So those are just mines? Okay. So what if I... Huh, I thought I had missiles. There we go. I was like, I had the missile equipped, and yet it still shot out ice. This environment is like worse than War for Cybertron, because at least War for Cybertron, it's like there's a linearity to it, so I mean, at least the environment tells me where I can go, but here it's like a freaking maze with all the buildings that look the same. It's like, really? If I slam on these, like, they won't break. So I have to combo or like melee them. That's a little ridiculous. Like, why is it so hard to break the breakables? Jeez, those are some heavy mines. Oh. Oh, was... Okay. I'm an idiot. But again, it's like, I'm within the vicinity, and it's not activating. Okay, these guys come down for me to smack around. How did that not kill you? That was a friggin' missile. Again, oh my gosh. There was that previous area, I wasn't even within like 10 meters, and all of a sudden it started the mission. And then here it's like I'm wandering around just like slowly blowing up the mines, and then I walk in further, and then the friggin' Seekers come in. And I'm like, oh, I could have used those mines for the Seekers. But nope, I just end up blowing them up. Thanks, game. Nope. Didn't I already do this? I feel like I've already done this. I could have sworn I already opened this chest. Moon Sushi. Just Shoes. Wonder Plaza. Oh yeah, there's supposed to be a billboard that's like a reference to Spike. Like Witwiki something? Oh yeah. Bluebird lotion. Okay. Here we go. Spike Witwiki auto repairs and tows. Which is very strange, because Spike and his dad Sparkplug, they were construction workers. They weren't like auto mechanics or anything, so I don't know why the showrunners decided to have their occupations be like construction workers, because that doesn't really have anything to do with fixing automobiles. That's new. Becky's Coffee. I'm not familiar with that character. Is that a comic character? Because they have references from like a bunch of different Transformers media, not just a cartoon. Despite the fact that this art style is the cartoon art style. Alright. Let's see what... Oh. Yeah. I haven't found one of these in a while. Okay. What mission am I gonna jump into this time? Nope. Guess I'm driving through this. Like, I find that so annoying that you have these shield items that you have to drive towards to break, and then they have these like side barriers. It's like, it's not challenging, it's just annoying. Again, it's like, it feels like the developers didn't really have a...
The tech in the city. It's evolved on a divergent path from our own. It's not from the Decepticons.
Then Megatron doesn't understand it any more than we do. Perhaps we can use that to our advantage.
Okay, am I supposed to go that way? Yeah. So let me explore this other area and BRB. Yeah, I could have sworn I've done that chest too. Do they just respawn the same chest over and over? I'm starting to think they're doing just that. Just respawn the same chest and make it look like, oh, it's a new thing. I mean, again, this game, like a lot of the design decisions they've made with it really doesn't make a lot of sense. But I mean, if Platinum Games didn't really have a lot of freedom with this game, or Activision or Hasbro like made them do like game design decisions that they weren't totally on board with, it would explain a lot of these really strange game mechanics. Oh jeez, I'm gonna have to drive through all of that. Oh. Looks like there's gonna be another boss fight. Alright, let me dive into it. See what this annoyance is gonna be. Oh. I guess not? Oh, what? Why did I slow down? Again, this would have been so much easier if I could just manually boost rather than having to drive through these rings.
I see it.
Oh jeez, am I gonna do another racing thing? Wow, that was a very annoying fight. Oh, that opened a dang door.
We need to investigate inside.
So basically, that whole fight was like, I'm chasing after the sentry, and then there's seekers coming after me. So basically, all I'm doing is shooting. I mean, some of the Seekers came down so I can like melee them a little, but for the most part I was just shooting them, which again, shooting is not part of any of the combo like styles that I could do. So again, why is shooting on a separate button? Why couldn't it just be weapon switch and then shoot? Oh boy. Oh. Insecticons. Like the Insecticons.
Appears we've agitated the Insecticons. Not good. Time to swat some necks.
Now this is the kind of damage that I was expecting. Oh, that's why I have to kill a whole bunch of them. Ah, jeez. Okay, so that explains why I'm doing decent damage on them. They don't have that much HP. Okay.
Got access to the Proud Star now.
That actually feels
Time to get
so
moving.
much better than the previous fights. Even like the mission fights, like, I mean, I know that was a mission fight, but like even like the usual like Viacon or Seeker fights, I didn't feel like I was doing much, but in that Insecticon fight, I feel like I was actually making progress somehow. Oh, what? Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get all those. And again, why wasn't it auto-aiming? Like, I have auto-aim back on since it only affects the shooting. Dude, I can't even lock onto these. Yeah. And I just wasted my ammo. Like, how am I supposed to shoot those if I can't lock onto them? I've locked onto every other one. Oh, whatever. I'm going in.
Autobots, welcome to the Proud Star, the great ship of Nova Prime.
It can't be. You mean an Autobot ship is responsible for all the destruction in the city?
What a twist!
It appears so, Wheeljack, but I doubt it was an Autobot hand that caused the destruction.
Another
I'm calling it
Cybertronian
Shockwave.
ship crashed on Earth? What are the odds?
Nova Prime's mission was to preserve our culture. The Colonnade of Cybertron was a covenant between all Cybertronians. The Colonnade is comprised of the essential aspects of our lost Cybertronian heritage, and it was placed inside the Pharaoh-Taxis, the supercomputer that controls the Proud Star. The Pharaoh-Taxis literally carries our culture inside of it.
What an historical find that would be. So much art and beauty and history has been lost. To find it again.
The Pharaoh-Taxis controls both the Plasma Core and the Insecticons. It directs the power and gives the Insecticons their function and purpose.
Okay, so we find the Pharaoh-Taxis and what? Destroy it? It's got so much of our culture in it. We can't do that, can we?
No, we can't. We find the Plasma Core and shut it down. Shutting down the power is the most surefire way to stop the cyberforming.
Then we locate the Pharaoh-Taxis and preserve our culture, as Nova Prime intended. But for now, stay focused. There are more floors to this ship. We split up and locate the Plasma Core.
Not like we were together to begin with. It seems like they're really going for... Because the story feels very Transformers Prime, but the concept of it, there was an episode in the original cartoon where they did discover some sort of, it wasn't an artifact, it was like some sort of ship that also carried the culture of Cybertron. So this is nothing really new in terms of the cartoon. I feel like this is probably based on that particular episode and they just made it, they refined it. Let me get some more credits. Because from what I've read up, like, you need every credit you can get because they're gonna be a lot harder to find later on. Since the game refuses to teach me about the stats, I had to go and look it up. Okay, so here we go. So strength affects health. I guess your strength and fortitude. I guess that's how it goes. And then this is charge, and it's supposed to attack your defense and the strength of your ultimate. And then here's speed, which is attack power, rush attacks, vehicle attacks, and reversals. So I guess I'm gonna want to boost that. And then this is fire blast, which affects the melee attack power and defense. So I probably want to boost that a bit more. And then here's skill. This is a ranged attack power and melee attack power. So we got fire blast and skill affecting melee attack power. And then here's endurance, which is defense. And then intelligence is ranged. So you got intelligence and skill that affects ranged. And then we have rank, which affects the amount of text slots you can put on your characters. So all you really need to do is health, melee, ranged, and then speed and defense. But there's like so many stats here that kind of makes it redundant. And apparently the reason they've made so many stats is that this is actually the stats they use on the original Transformers Toys bios. So every character has these stats, but they're like story stats. They're not really like gameplay stats. Like these are the stats that affects like how they are in the cartoon story, but not so much in any gameplay aspect. Essentially, they could have just consolidated this into like 6 stats, but instead they went for a full 8 just to be an homage to the toys. And to me it feels like, again, it's redundant because now I have to spend more of my credits to increase what should have been just 6 stats. So yeah, I mean, if I keep playing a character, then eventually I'll max it all out. But if I'm trying to level up all the other characters, I either would have to play through the game through each character or just use my credits to increase their stats. But then I need my credits to also do like weapon synthesis and stuff. So it's really a balancing kind of deal. Let's see. Oh yeah, another thing, I know some of you guys are probably like screaming at me for the past several fights where it's like, you could have just opened up your menu and used your repair kits. But as you can see, I don't have a lot of repair kits. Like, look, I have 6 total here. This one restores all, and then this restores 50. And then energy packs, this has to do with like your weapons have energy. So this would be like the shooting weapon. So this is how I restock my ammo. But again, I only have 6. And I don't even use my ammo all that much. So this feels kind of pointless. And then here's like the stat boosts and stuff. Like temporarily, like how temporarily are you talking about? Like temporary, like for like half a fight or like a full fight? I'm like how much would this have helped me in the boss battles, really? Like, I'm usually hesitant to like use these, like any stat boosting item that's temporary, because it's like, how much of that am I gonna make use of before like the friggin' enemy kills me? Then EXP scanner, I'll probably like hold on to this, so then I can level up the other characters. Credit scanner. Again, I don't know if I'm maybe I'll save that for the end because it's supposed to be like really scarce at the end to find credits. And then item scanner, I mean, and then here you have the actual like stat boosting stuff. So it's like rank by one what? Like, is it one bar or is it one whole level? But I'd rather they explain that before I use that, because this, again, I don't want to waste these items when I could just like, I don't know. It's like so many things to keep track of. And again, so many stats, so much stuff. And it's supposed to be a fast-paced game, and you're supposed to keep track of your like the energy for your special ability, and then the energy for your ultimate attack, and it's like so many things going on, and it's like all this stuff makes sense for like a third-person shooter RPG type game like War for Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron, but it doesn't really make sense in a fast-paced combo-based game because it's too many things to keep track of. So I'm actually gonna leave that there. So this is gonna be a pretty short video. At the very least, I feel like I'm doing better in terms of damage, which is weird because like shouldn't the first chapter be like the easiest chapter, and yet I feel like that's like the worst. Like that should have been like end game level of difficulty getting through that, and yet it's like the first thing I get hit with. But now I feel like my damage is doing much better now that I've synthesized all my weapons. Like I feel like I'm doing something to progress the game rather than before where it feels like nothing seems to matter what I do. But I think I'm starting to get the hang. If the game continues to be like this, like a bit more tolerable, I might actually start enjoying this game instead of being frustrated. So until next time, this is Zero Raptor signing off. Laters.